Good morning children. Today we are going to continue our fourth chapter, quadratic equations. Last day I given you some works. You completed it? Okay. So that day we told about quadratic equations. Okay. So today we need to discuss the different methods, different algebraic methods for solving quadratic equations. There are three methods. Okay. First method is factorization method or splitting the middle term method. Second one, completing the square method. Third one, using quadratic formula. Okay. So today we are going to study about the first method, that is factorization method. Okay. So we can start from an example. Listen, I will write one example here. 3x square minus 2x minus 1 equals 0. Okay, I wrote one quadratic equation here. 3x square minus 2x minus 1 equals 0. What is the LHS here? 3x square minus 2x minus 1. What is the variable? X is the variable. Then I am replacing this x. Instead of that, I am adding 1. Okay. So, by replacing x and I am giving here 1. So, look, 3 into 1 square, replacing x by 1. So, 3 into 1 square minus 2 into 1 minus 1. What is the answer? 3 into 1 square, 3 minus 2. 2 into 1, 2 minus 1. 3 minus 2, 1. 1 minus 1, 0. So, the 0 is our RHS. So, we got RHS. So, we can say that this 1 satisfies this equation. Means, if you are substituting 1 instead of x, we are getting 0. Okay. If you are substituting one value for the variable, if we are getting 0 means, if you are substituting any value, that is any value for x, then we are getting 0 as the RHS means that is the solution of the given equation. So, here what is the solution? 1 is the solution because we substituted 1 instead of this variable x, then we got 0. Therefore, 1 is the solution of this equation and we can say that 1 is the root of this given quadratic equation. 1 is the root of the given quadratic equation. Clear? Consider another quadratic equation, x square minus 7x, second equation. Okay, x square minus 7x plus 10 equal to 0. Okay, so here you look, we are substituting instead of x 1. Let's see, 1 square minus 7 into 1, 7 plus 10. Okay, so what is 1 square minus 1 square is 1, 1 minus 7 plus 10 minus 6. Plus 10, it is not equal to 0. So, we can say that 1 is not the solution of the given equation. Clear? Okay, then we can check with 2. 2 square minus 7 into 2 plus 10. What is 2 square? 4. 4 minus 2 into 7, 14 plus 10. What is 4 minus 14? Minus 10 plus 10 equal to 0. That is our RHS. So, when we substituted x by 1, it is not equal to 0. So, there we said it is not a solution. That is 1 is not a solution of the given equation. But when we substituted 2, we got 0. So, we can say that 2 is the solution of the given equation. 2 is the solution of the given equation or 2 is the root of the given equation. Okay. The value of the variable satisfying the given equation is known as root of the given equation. Okay. So, in polynomial you studied about zeros of the polynomial. Okay. So, actually the zeros of the quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c and the root of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 are same. Okay. Then every quadratic polynomial have at most 2 zeros. So, here every quadratic equation can also have 2 roots, at most 2 roots. Clear? Every quadratic equation can have at most 2 roots. Clear? Process of finding the root of the equation is known as solving the equation. Clear? Solving the equation. So, now you understood what is the root of the quadratic equation. Okay. Then we can study about that 3 methods. Okay. So, we can start with the first method. So, first method, solving a quadratic equation by factorization method. Factorization method. And this method is also known as splitting the middle term. Splitting the middle term or factorization method. Okay, that is splitting the middle term or factorization of polynomials you studied in 9th standard. Okay. So, we can start with one example. X square minus 3x minus 10 equal to 0. So, what is our quadratic equation? X square minus 3x minus 10 equal to 0. We need to find the roots of this given equation. So, factorization method of splitting the middle term. What is the middle term here? Minus 3x is the middle term. So, we need to split minus 3x. Okay. For that, what is the coefficient of x square here? 1. What is the coefficient? What is C constant term here? Minus 10. So, when you multiply any two numbers, you need to get 1 into minus 10, that is minus 10. When you add any two numbers, you need to get the coefficient of x, that is minus 3. What are the numbers? We need to, when you multiply two numbers, you need to get minus 10. When you add two numbers, you need to get minus 3. What are the numbers? Let us check with the 2 and 5. So, 2 into 5 equal to 10, but not minus 10. And here a plus b equal to minus 3, 2 plus 5, it is not minus 3. So, when you are giving here minus negative, what you will get? 2 into minus 5 is minus 10. 2 plus minus 5 minus 3. Okay. So, we got the two numbers a and b as 2 and minus 5. Clear? The next step we can substitute here, that is we can split minus 3x as 2x plus minus 5x. Clear? Let us check. So, we can write x square, instead of this minus 3x I am writing plus 2x minus 5x minus 10 equal to 0. Understood? Okay. Then look, x square plus 2x, here in first two terms x is common. So, I am taking this s square plus 2x together, that first two terms together. Here we told x is the common. So, we can take x outside. What is remaining? 1x here and 1 2 here. x into x plus 2. So, first two terms I took. Then look next, third and fourth terms, minus 5x and minus 10. What is common? Minus 5 we can take common. So, I am writing here minus 5 outside. So, what is remaining here? Minus 5 is there, x is remaining, x. Minus 5 is here, what is remaining? Plus 2. Because 2 into minus 5 is minus 10. So, if we are taking minus 5 outside, it will become plus. X plus 2 equal to 0. Clear? So, now we got x into x plus 2 minus 5 into x plus 2 equal to 0. Now, look, again one common term is there. What is that? X plus 2. Okay. So, again we can take x plus 2 outside. X plus 2 outside. So, if we took x plus 2 outside means what is remaining here? X is remaining here. What is remaining here? 5 is remaining. So, x minus 5 equal to 0. Now, what we got? X plus 2 into x minus 5 equal to 0. X plus 2 into x minus 5 equal to 0. So, we can equate with 0. It means either x plus 2 equal to 0 or x minus 5 equal to 0. That is x plus 2 into x minus 5 equal to 0 means either x plus 2 equal to 0 or x minus 5 equal to 0. If x plus 2 equal to 0 means what is the value of x? Minus 2. X equal to minus 2. If x minus 5 equal to 0 means what is the value of x? X equal to 5. Now look, we got two values for x. What are the values? Minus 2 and 5. So, we already told a quadratic equation can have at most two zeros, two roots. So, what are the roots here? Minus 2 and 5. Clear? So, we can write therefore, the roots of the given equation x square minus 3x minus 10 equal to 0 is minus 2 and 5. So, what are the two roots? Minus 2 and 5 are the roots of the given equation. Clear? Okay. I will explain x square minus 3x minus 10 equal to 0. This is our given quadratic equation. In this quadratic equation, minus 3x is the middle term. Okay. So, minus 3x we need to split. So, that is any two numbers, when we multiply the two numbers, we need to get minus 10. Coefficient of, that is x square. Coefficient of x square 1 into minus 10 is minus 10 and a plus b. When we add the two numbers, we need to get minus 3. So, now we got the two numbers 2 and minus 5. Because 2 into minus 5 is minus 10 and 2 plus minus 5 is minus 3. So, that we added here plus 2x minus 5x. And again we are taking first two terms together. From that we are taking x as common factor. So, if we are taking x outside means what we will get? X plus 2 inside, then minus. From these two terms we are taking minus 5 outside. So, minus 5 into x plus 2 equal to 0. Clear? So, again x into x plus 2 minus 5 into x plus 2, here again x plus 2 is common. So, we took x plus 2 outside. So, what is remaining here? 1x, here minus 5x, minus 5 equal to 0. So, we got that is x plus 2 into x minus 5 equal to 0, which implies either x plus 2 equal to 0 or x minus 5 equal to 0. Okay, then if x plus 2 equal to 0 means x equal to minus 2. If x minus 5 equal to 0 means x equal to 5. So, we got minus 2 and 5 are the roots of the given equation. Okay, let us verify it. It is correct or not. How we can check it. So, with -2 we can check. What is our equation? X square minus 3x minus 10. Take the LHS. So, we can substitute -2. -2 square minus 3 into -2 minus 10. So, -2 square is 4 minus here minus plus 6 -2 into -3 plus 6 minus 10. So, 4 plus 6 10 minus 10 0. We got RHS. So, -2 is the correct answer. -2 is the 0 of that equation. The next we can check next one. What is next root? 5. We can substitute here 5 square minus 3 into 5 minus 10. What is 5 square? 25 minus 3 into 5 15 minus 10. 25 minus 15 10 minus 10 equal to 0. Therefore, 5 also one of the root. Okay. So, we got now -2 and 5 are the roots of the given equation. That is verification. Okay. Clear? Okay. Then one more example we can check. Second example, root 2x square plus 7x plus 5 root 2 equal to 0. Root 2x square plus 7x plus 5 root 2 equal to 0. Okay. What is the middle term here? 7x is the middle term. X is the middle term. You need to split it. We can take a and b, two numbers. What we need to get a into b? Here what is the coefficient of x square? In the first question 1 is the coefficient of x square. Here coefficient of x square is root 2. So we need to get what is root 2? Root 2 into what is here 5 root 2. Root 2 into root 2, 2. 2 into 5, 10. So, a into b we need to get 10. What about a plus b? 7. Coefficient of x 7. So, when we multiply two numbers we need to get 10 and that is sum we need to get. What are the two numbers? 10 and 7. What about 5 and 2? Plus 5 and plus 2. 5 into 2, 10. 5 plus 2, 7. Okay. So, we can split 7x with 5x and 2x. Okay. So, I am writing here root 2x square plus instead of 7x I am writing 5x plus 2x plus 5 root 2 equal to 0. Clear? Then take first two terms together. Root 2x square plus 5x, we can take x outside. If you are taking x outside, what is remaining? Root 2x plus 5 plus. From these two terms take, what is the common term here? X is not there. So, 2 is there, okay, and root 2 is here. So, this 2 we can write root 2 into root 2. This 2 we can write root 2 into root 2. So, from this I am taking this root 2 outside. So, if you are taking root 2 outside means what is remaining? 1 root 2 is remaining. So, what is here inside? Root 2x plus 5. Sorry. Yes. So, root 2x plus 5. Okay, so look here, root 2x plus 5 and root 2x plus 5 is common. Root 2x plus 5 and root 2x plus 5. So again we can take root 2x plus 5 as common factor. So we can write here root 2x plus 5. So what is remaining here? X is remaining. Then what is remaining here? Root 2 is remaining. So now we got root 2x plus 5 into root x plus root 2 equal to 0. Understood? So 5x plus 2x, 2 means root 2 into root 2. That is root 2 into root 2 into x plus 5 root 2. From this I took root 2 outside, root 2 common factor. So what is remaining here? If I took 1 root 2 means 1 root 2 is remaining, that is root 2x plus here root 2 here, so 5 is remaining. So root 2x plus 5 equal to 0. So here again from this we can take root 2x plus 5 as common factor. I took it outside. So what is remaining? X is remaining, x plus here 1 root 2. So x plus root 2 equals 0. Okay, so this we can write either root 2x plus 5 equal to 0 or x plus root 2 equal to 0. Okay, so if root 2x plus 5 equals 0 means what is root 2x equal to minus 5, what is x? Minus 5 by root 2. One value we got, minus 5 by root 2. Here x plus root 2 equal to 0, what is x? X equal to minus root 2. Okay. So we got two roots. What are the roots? Minus 5 by root 2 and x equal to minus root 2. So here you look, it is not in the simplest form. Root 2 is there. So we need to rationalize it. How can we rationalize it? Minus 5 by root 2. Multiply with the root 2. What we got? Minus 5 root 2 by 2. Okay, so what are our roots? So our roots are minus root 2 and minus 5 root 2 by 2. Okay, minus root 2 and minus 5 root 2 by 2. Okay, if you need, you can verify this one. Okay, just instead of x you can add minus root 2 and minus 5 root 2 by 2 and you can check it. You are getting 0 or not. Okay, clear? Then one more question I will do here. One more question. Remaining questions you need to do. Okay. Then third question. 3x square minus 2 root 6x. Third question. 3x square minus 2 root 6x plus 2 equal to 0. Okay. What is the middle term here? Minus 2 root 6 x. Minus 2 root 6x is the middle term here. Okay. You need to find out two numbers, a and b. So a into b, what we need to get here? A into b. 3 into coefficient of x square, 3 into 2. 3 into 2, 6. We need to get 6. Sum of the given numbers, that is a plus b, what we need to get? Minus 2 root 6. Minus 2 root 6, coefficient of x. What are the two numbers a and b? What about root 6 and root 6? A and b. Root 6 into root 6, 6. Root 6 plus root 6 plus root 2 root 6. So we need to get minus 2 root. So we can take minus root 6 and minus root 6. Okay. So minus root 6 into minus root 6, 6. Then a plus minus root 6 plus minus root 6 minus 2 root 6. Okay, so we can do with this a and b. So here we can write 3x square minus root 6x minus root 6x plus 2 equal to 0. Then listen, this 3 I am splitting root 3 into root 3. Root 3 into root 3 x square minus this root 6 I am writing root 2 into root 3 x. Instead of root 6, root 2 into root 3 x minus this also root 2 into root 3. Okay, root 6 I am writing root 2 into root 3 x plus 2 I am writing root 2 into root 2 equal to 0. Any doubt? 3 I wrote root 3 into root 3. Root 3 into root 3 is 3 x square minus root 6 root 2 into root 3 x minus root 6 I changed root 2 into root 3. So instead of root 6 root 2 into root 3 into x plus 2 I wrote root 2 into root 2 equal to 0. Okay. So then take first two terms. Here we are taking root 3 x common. So what is remaining if you are taking root 3 x? Root 3 x is common minus here what root 2 is common minus from these two what we can take common? Root 2 and root 2 is there. Root 2 we can take outside. So I took minus root 2 outside. What is remaining? Root 3x minus, because 1 minus we took here. What is remaining? 1 root 2 is remaining equal to 0. Again look, root 3x minus and root 3x minus root 2 is common factor. From these two terms we can take root 3x minus root 2 outside. So we can write here root 3x minus root 2. So first what is remaining here? Root 3x minus what is remaining? Root 2 equal to 0. Root 3x minus root 2 into root 3x minus root 2 equals 0. Okay, before that I will explain it again. Listen, our question 3x square minus 2 root 6x plus 2 equal to 0. So a into b we need to get 6, that is 3 into 2, 6. A plus b we need to get minus 2 root 6. So we got the two numbers minus root 6 and minus root 6. Okay, so we are substituting that here, that is instead of this splitting this minus 2 root 6 and writing 3x square minus root 6x minus root 6x plus 2 equal to 0. Okay, so here in first two terms, here we are splitting this 3 as root 3 into root 3x square. Root 6x we are changing root 2 into root 3 into x. Then third term root 6x minus root 6x, here again we are changing root 2 into root 3x and 2 we are changing root 2 into root 2. Why we are changing? For getting common factor. So now we got common factor from first two terms. Here root 3 is there, here also root 3 is there, here x square, here x. So we can take root 3x outside. Okay, if we are taking root 3x outside means what is remaining here? One more root 3x is remaining. Root 3x minus here root 2 is remaining. Okay, minus. Then from this third and fourth term you look what is common? Root 2 here, here also root 2. So we can take root 2 outside, minus root 2 I took outside. So here what is remaining? If I took minus root 2 is root 3 is remaining, that is root 3x minus here root 2 equal to 0. Okay. Again here you look, root 3x minus root 2 is there. Here also one root 3x minus root 2 is there. So that also we can take outside. So I took that outside here, root 3x minus root 2. So what is remaining? If I took root 3x minus root 2 outside, means this root 3x is remaining, that I wrote here. From this, root 3x minus root 2 outside means what is remaining? This root 2 is remaining, that I wrote here. Okay. So now what we got? Root 3x minus root 2 into root 3x minus root 2 equal to 0. Which means either, can write here, either root 3x minus root 2 equal to 0. Which means root 3x equal to root 2. So x equal to root 2 by root 3. Or this is the number, root 3x minus root 3, same, root 3x minus root 2 equal to 0. Same value you will get, x equal to root 2 by root 3. This we can write root of 2 by 3. Now what we got? Two same roots we got. Right, last, hence x equal to root of 2 by 3 and x equal to root of 2 by 3 are the solutions or roots of the given equation. Okay, understood? Enough, no? Examples? Okay. Then some more questions are there in the exercise that you need to solve it. Okay. Okay. Then I will give you some word problems. So, find two numbers whose sum is 27. Sum is 27 and product 182. Find the numbers. You need to find out the numbers. Sum is given 27 and product also given 182. You need to find out the numbers. What are the two numbers? Okay. How can we start it? Okay, we can start from in unknown number. Okay. Let one number be x. Let one number be x. And what about the other number? Therefore, other number. (27) is the sum. One number is x. So, we can write the other number 27 minus x. Now, we got the two numbers x and 27 minus x. One number is x and 27 minus x. Okay. Then it is given that its product is 182. Product means product of the given numbers equal to how much? 182. That we can write x into 27 minus x. X into 27 minus x equal to 182. Okay. So, what is x into 27 minus x? How can we do? X into 27, that is 27x minus x into x, x square equal to 182. So, 27x minus x square minus that we can write 27x minus x square minus 182 equal to 0. So, here this one we can write minus x square plus 27x minus 182 equal to 0. So, here when you are multiplying with minus 1, what we will get? X square minus 27x plus 182 equal to 0. Okay. So, what is our required quadratic equation? X square minus 27x plus 182 equal to 0. We need to solve it, then only we will get the value of x. Okay. What is the middle term there? Minus 27. A into B. We need to split this one. This is our quadratic equation and minus 27 is the middle term. So, A into B, what we need to get? Plus 182. A plus B minus 27. Tell me the two numbers. What about 13 and 14? 13 and 14? Yes, here minus 27. So, we need to convince. Minus 13 and minus 14 we can give. Minus 13 plus minus 14, 27 and minus 13 into minus 14, 182. Okay, so we can give the two numbers, that is minus 13 and minus 14. So, we can. So, I am doing here. So, I am writing here x square minus 27, instead of 27x I am writing minus 13x minus 14x plus 182 equal to 0. Same steps. Here what is common? X square minus 13x. In x square minus 13x what is common? Yes, x is common. So, we can take x outside. So, if we are taking x outside, what is we will get? X minus 13 minus, from this I am taking 14 outside, minus 14 outside. So, we will get x minus 13 equal to 0. Okay, again here one x minus 13 is there, here also one x minus 13 is there. So, we can take x minus 13 again outside. So, common factor x minus 13 I am taking outside. What is remaining? 1x, here 114 is remaining, x minus 14 equal to 0. So, now we got x minus 13 into x minus 14 equal to 0. So, we can write either x minus 13 equal to 0 or x minus 14 equal to 0. Okay. So, if x minus 13 equal to 0 means x equal to 13. X minus 14 equal to 0 means x equal to 14. Now, we got the two values, two roots, that is 13 and 14. Okay. But here we need only one value. Okay. X. One number be x. Now, we got two values, x equal to 13 and x equal to 14. So, both values we can substitute. Okay. Yes, sir. So, when one number is 13, the other number. This is the other number, that is 27 minus x, 27 minus 13, the other number is 14. If one number is 13 means the other number is 14. One more chance is there, x equal to 14. Again, when one number is 14, what about the other number? Other number 27 minus 14 equal to 13. Okay. When one number is 13, the other number is 14. Or when one number is 14 means the other number is 13. So, what are the two numbers? 13 and 14. Okay. So, our answer, the two numbers are 13 and 14 are the two numbers. Clear? Okay. We can do one more question, one more word problem. Next question. The altitude of a right angle triangle is 7 centimeter less than its base. Okay. Then if the hypotenuse is 13 centimeter, find the other two sides. Okay. So, in a right angle triangle, What is given? Altitude is 7 centimeter less than its base. So, first we need to consider base as x centimeter. Okay. So, we can start with let the base of the right angle triangle be x centimeter. Base of the right angle triangle be x centimeter. It is given that altitude of a right angle triangle is 7 centimeter less than its base. So, what is altitude? X minus 7 centimeter. Okay. Then also it is given that hypotenuse 13 centimeter. We need to find out the other two sides. This x centimeter and x minus 7 centimeter. This we need to find out the value of x. Okay. So, let the base of the right angle triangle be x centimeter. Then its altitude x minus 7 centimeter and hypotenuse is given, it is 13 centimeter. So, for finding x we need to use this right angle triangle. So, we can use Pythagoras theorem. Okay. So, write by using Pythagoras theorem. We can write, how can we apply here? Okay, that is x square plus x minus 7 whole square equal to 13 square. X square plus x minus 7 whole square equal to 13 square. So, we can expand it. What is x square plus here x minus 7 whole square, we can write x square minus 2ab plus b square 49 equal to 13 square 169. Okay. So, x square plus x square 2x square. 2x square minus 14x plus 49 minus 169 equal to 0. 2x square minus 14x, that is plus 49 minus 16 minus 120 equal to 0. Okay. So, 2 is the common factor here. You can cancel by 2. So, what we will get the equation? X square minus 7x minus 60 equal to 0. Now, what we got? X square minus 7x minus 60 equal to 0. Okay. So, here also we need to use the factorization method. What are the two numbers? Minus 60 and 7, minus 12 and 5 we can take. So, how can we change this one? X square minus 12x plus 5x minus 60 equal to 0. Instead of minus 7x, minus 12x plus 5x. Okay, 12 into 5 is minus 60 and okay, some else. So, from this 2 we can take x outside. What is remaining? X minus 12 plus, if you are taking 5 outside, what is remaining? X minus 12 equal to 0. Okay. So, here x into x minus 12 and 5 into x minus 12. So, we can write x minus 12 take outside. So, x minus 12 into x plus 5 equal to 0, which implies either x minus 12 equal to 0 or x plus 5 equal to 0. X minus 12 equal to 0 means x equal to 12. X plus 5 equal to 0 means x equal to minus 5. Now, we got two values, x equal to 12 and x equal to minus 5. So, length we can't write the negative value. never be a negative value, negative 5. So, what is the value of x? 12 we can take. Okay. So, we need to write x equal to 12 and x equal to minus 5. Right. Therefore, length of the base of the given right angle triangle is 12 centimeter. Okay. So, then we need to find altitude and other two sides we need to find. So, base equal to 12 centimeter. What about its altitude? Other two sides. So, what is altitude? X minus 5, that is 12 minus 7. 5 centimeter. So, one side 12 centimeter, this side 5 centimeter and this is 13 centimeter. Clear? Okay. So, just go through it again, then you will understand. Then base and altitude view. Okay. Then we are going to wind up today's section. I hope all of you understood what I took today. Only factorization method I explained here today. Okay. Next two method we can discuss in the next class. Okay. Then do the exercise. Some more questions are pending. Okay. Complete it. Okay. Thank you.